Hey guys, welcome to the video. Guys, today it's been a week since I stopped smoking. Um, it is kind of crazy because I didn't really see myself being able to stop, but I did stop for a week. Um, I think me doing 2 day fasts kind of like made me question, and also as I was smoking, more and more, I started feeling like a junkie. Really, every time I was smoking, I felt like a junkie, you know. And I started feeling these cuts from from the act of smoking, from the act of everything, from putting to making the joint, smoking. I felt like a junkie, really, and I was starting to get tired of it, really, genuinely. And I do feel that the fest helped, but also I went to a wedding party where a lot of people were smoking, and I was smoking too. And there was a guy who wasn't, right, and he was telling how he smoked for that long and he used to sell too. And then he said like we was having a conversation, and he was like, um, we were talking how um, smoking takes out anxiety, and he was like, what if smoking gives you anxiety, right? And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And I've been feeling that genuinely, like I've been feeling that me smoking makes me more anxious, more aggressive, more trigger, you know, and even depressed. And he said like, have you ever tried stops for 10 days? And I just thought to myself, like, yeah, man, I should stop, I should stop. And me myself getting tired, having a negative view, as seeing me myself as a junkie, a drug addict, because the difference between someone who just consumed from a drug addict is someone who, you do it once, you don't need to do it again, neither that day or the day after or the day after that, right? That's that's not being a junkie. But if you always need to continue, once you get sober, you want to get again, you basically a junkie. You basically putting your whole existence into that. And I realized that was the path that I was going, and I was kind of tired of it, to be honest. So I don't even know genuinely how it happened, but I literally like put all my herbs in the trash, um, and decided not to smoke again. First day was horrible. I was feeling super super depressed. I was feeling bad. I was feeling really bad, and I just went through it. Second day, I saw desire a lot. I was not feeling good. Not as bad as first day, but I was not feeling good. Third day, also difficult, also not feeling great. But in the fourth day, even though did desire it, I felt like a weird breeze. Like I was not as anxious, not as depressed, uh, and something was different. 5 day, I genuinely wish it, but again, I just felt like different. I felt like my lungs were clear. Uh, Going outside, I was not as like hostile or not liking to be with people around me. Um, and as the day progressed, I started waking up happier. And even though I had days where, I'm gonna explain to you today, but before that, I literally felt like a lot of me, narcissism and paranoia, being thinking the world, is all about me. Everybody is looking at me, and is like all this state of kind of craziness that like I'm a god, and I'm super important. It fades away, and I realize that I just become normal again. You know, I don't have this thing where I think I'm super important, or living the dream world. I stopped living the dream world, and because of that, yesterday I put it pros and cons of smoking. And to be honest, before going here, today I just want to explain to you that I wake up and I was like, I was either desiring to smoke or just satisfy myself sexually. And then I ate and I felt better. And for me, it was crazy how I was like, oh, I just ate and now I feel way better. Questioning if, sometimes I'm kind of malnourished and that causes me the distress, and that's what my body looks for, but instead I go for the wrong thing. But having saying that, oh, and by the way, watermelon was really what ups my mood. I was not feeling good at all, and then I ate watermelon, like, wow, I feel amazing. So weird. But yeah, smoking. I put as the cons. I don't have love in my eyes, being that when I was sober, and this literally happened like in the wedding, I literally look at a girl and we start smiling at each other, giggling stuff, right? And like they happened twice because I passed through twice and then I smoked. And when I came back and looked at her eyes, it was nothing. And she didn't smile back. She was like, it's like a blockage, a blockage of your soul's gone. Your soul's really gone when you smoke. I genuinely believe weed is a it blocks your soul, man. It blocks your conscience, and you lose your conscience, and that's why you have more easily intend to be evil. Even I remember my brother years ago. He was like, "Oh yeah, when I smoke, I don't feel the guilt of like um, playing with girls, right? Just uh, having sex without commitment, not feeling guilt for because they want a relationship." And that always stuck to me. And I always feel when I smoke, I go to these dark places where now I'm hearing to hip hop music, now I'm hearing to drill music, now I'm thinking about like fighting, you know. And I genuinely feel like when you smoke, that's this evil persona ups on us, and that's one of the cons, because that's not good. Another one is you become more aggressive. I genuinely feel when you smoke, because you are hurting your lungs in such a damaging way, just by a puff, you are so burning your lungs. You get into the state of, without realizing, you are breathing like this because it's hard, like your lungs is burning inside, and you get more aggressive, you get more like tense, and that's a bad thing, 100%, man. Like so many things, so many times, like I'll be walking outside and I'm stoned, and I look at people like in a tough way, and people like either look at the way I feel the tense, and kind of wanna get a little bit farther from me, And this didn't happen when I'm sober. When I'm sober, I just walk into regular people. Nothing is wrong. Like we all outside, a bunch of humans walking outside, like no problem. But when I smoke, I become this, you know, nobody likes me type of person, and that's my brain. So it might be different for everybody, but I go and it's like I'm super antipathic, not in the words, but I don't like people around me, and I don't like the presence of people. And don't get me wrong, even sober, a lot of times I don't like it too, but it's not that burden. It's not that burden. While I feel that burden when I'm high. My anxiety. This is a big one to my anxiety. Goes way up. Like I be, I have the same doubts. I feel the same lows. For not being in life where I want to be, or life not going my way. But reality is that's majority of people, and more is like when I smoke, I fought too as my brother that is like you feel less anxiety, but it's not true. You feel way more anxiety. Guys, this week I talked with three different girls, man. I talked with a girl in the beach, asked her out. I went to talk with other girl, and the boyfriend pulled up in the middle of the conversation, man. Uh, and I talked with other girls, which I was to talk about so for like a year or more, and always was shy. So it just let me know that I don't know if it's completely just from the smoke, but I'm telling you, when you don't have this comfort, when you don't have this natural thing that makes you high, you are not high. So at first it might seem super depressive, but you're gonna start moving in the direction that you want, because what happens when you feel low is you're gonna start looking to socialize, because socializing makes us feel well. It develops serotonin in our body, so you're gonna start moving directions that you always want. I always want to talk with girls and hook up in certain ways, which is something I have to also. I think there's certain sexual addiction that I have that I wanna surpass, and I'm gonna try to fast. Not now, but I'm gonna try to fast um, later, like that long fast that I did to see if I can surpass that demons. But that's not the topic. But yeah, like I always wanted, to talk with girls, hook up, and spend time with people, and really form a bond and a connection with someone. And I'm finally going to their directions where when I was smoking, even me in business, like thinking of doing business and taking risks, I was ready, and then I smoked. Oh, now I'm scared of it. Now I don't want to do it. Now let me think twice. So I do think smoke makes you like more of a coward, and you being more of a coward, you are more anxious, because anxiety is fear. You are afraid of something. That's why you have anxiety. Is that simple? So I have way more anxiety on it, 100%. There's no denial, and the fact that breathing is also what makes you feel well. For example, when I used to run a lot, I felt way better, way better moods, way more social, and that's because my lungs were expanded. And as you smoke, your lungs are retracting, so it's getting worse, worse and worse. So another con is you become more negative, and this negativity comes from what I said. Like you become more to the evil side. Like you take out your morals in kind of way, and your morals starts to fade away. Then you are less open, uh, and that's less open is also to conversations, but also in general. For example, me when I'm like now I'm sober, right? I've been sober for a week. I go outside, I be talking with people, I see people, I smile, they smile back like there's no problem. It's being nice. But if I smoke, I don't even feel like getting out of my house. I'm so enclosed that I'm not social. And getting outside is like a bigger problem to me. So that's another thing that I realized, and this is all the cons that I put it that is real, okay? But I'm going to be impartial, because I ain't saying going to stop smoking forever. My objective, at least for now, is to not be a junkie, not be an addict. I don't want to smoke and 2 hours later or 1 hour later need to smoke again. That's not what I want. If I could like smoke maybe once a week, that would be amazing to me. I think is a long way to go, of course, but that would be a good goal, and that would make me feel good because now it's like eating candy from time to time. You know, it's not being a junkie and wasting your life because genuinely, even though I don't truly regret all my actions, I do feel I waste a lot of my life, and I'm kind of stuck right now when it comes to you know my career and job. And yes, I'm taking my personal training course, but still, I don't know when I'm gonna finish. I think still months, and I would like to have a job, which I do think that even though I'm putting myself out there and sending curriculums, a lot of people don't contact me back because I don't have the best like records where I just work like months or weeks, and they ain't looking for that. They look for something more solid, and I do think that smoking always, stuck me and made me run away. Now we're gonna go to the pros, to the advantages, and I'm gonna be real. I told you I'm gonna be impartial, and if I didn't have advantages, I would smoke. I would have stopped smoking forever, which is also not what I want. Maybe it's because I'm still a little bit attached to it, but to be honest, it is what it is, and I'm gonna completely be honest with you. I'm not. This is not one of these videos that is like always all negative, always all positive. I think that's incredible, ingenuine, and no, like I don't have this 3 year relationship with it if I didn't see no advantages. So I'm gonna tell you. One is I get more awareness. Okay, I get more aware everything that I eat. I get more awareness what is good for my body, what is bad. Not because I heard from somebody, but because I feel it in my body, the digestive system. I feel the digestive system. Uh, uh, Certain things people talk, they just pass me through. When I smoke, I reflect about it and see the truth in it. Basically, I'm less like I'm more intelligent. I'm less um, able to get manipulated or to let things pass through. So that's real. It happens. I get more awareness, and I do like that. And a lot of my life, like I maneuver situation that if I was sober, I was probably gonna be stuck just in the same old story that everybody fears, that you have a job, you have a wife, you have kids, and you hate your life. And I never want to be there. So I do think smoking weed combined with CBD let me get awareness and maneuver situations in a better way. The second advantage is the second the second pro is I believe in myself. Guys, I'm a very insecure person. I believe we all are, but a lot of times I don't believe myself. I just, I'm just gonna have a job and fuck it. Like I'm not gonna be the Superman, the super, you know, incredible person that I think I am, and I just whatever. And when I smoke, I become this godlike creature. Where like, yeah, man, I am great. I am amazing. Let's It cuts the insecurities and boosts me with a huge ego where I'm like, yeah, let's go. And so the other advantage is I believe in my dreams. Guys, if I'm consuming, I think I'm gonna be an Olympic player. I think I'm gonna be a supermodel. I think I'm gonna be a famous actor. I think I'm gonna be like one of the biggest influencers, all this stuff, right? I believe in myself, I dream big, and I go to my dreams. Like, I don't fear the outside situations. I just believe in my dreams fully, okay? And even with fasting, is like a lot of times when you're fasting, it's a lot of suffering, right? You're suffering, you cannot eat or drink, and like, and sometimes I smoke and I wake up, it's like, slow down, man, get ready, get focused. So I do get focused and I do live my dreams, and that's might be good or bad because sometimes, living your dreams make you stuck. Not being realistic makes you in the situation where I was telling you where I would like to have a job. I would like to uh, be more, have a more social circle, and improve a career and build and be able to invest more of my money through making too, where I feel more comfortable taking certain risks. So is it the advantage because it's your dreams and you want to believe in them? It can be a disadvantage if it's getting you nowhere. Another advantage is adrenaline. It gives me adrenaline, guys. Me working out, I smoke and I do want to work out. Like, let's go, I'm hype, let's go. And I'll be lifting weights, I'll be running, even when I'm tired. So these can be advantages because you just move, just ready, just ready. Got a call, so it stops the filming. But I was telling like adrenaline, like you do have adrenaline, guys. I'm telling you, a lot of times I went to run crazy, I went to lift weights. It was from the hype, and even now, I'm working out. I don't feel like that bump that I used to love, the huge weight that I used to love. I don't. It don't matter to me. I'm doing it for the gains, which I'm receiving, especially with new training that I told you last video. But I don't. It's not something that it makes my day. It used to be something that makes my day, and even stretching. Like to stretch, I generally feel like really relaxation from it, and it kind of just a bother to me now when I'm sober. I just keep doing because I know how it relax my body. I know training makes me muscle, and it's positive, and you need to do it to not be sedentary and get like problems of health. But yeah, smoking makes me enjoy my workouts, makes me want to work out, and that's real. I don't know, like that's just real to be honest, and that's the advantages. I'm a dreamer. I get more aware. I think more. Um, I go to I go to this delusional state a lot of times. I like to train, and the disadvantages is I don't have love in my eyes, which is a big problem. How am I gonna find a connection, a relationship, the dream girl that you always wanted, if you have no love on it, right? I become more aggressive. I become more tense. I have more anxiety. I do believe I have more depression because I'm going to be honest with you. I was having huge depression. Even my brother told me like, "You have depression, man," and that's real. And I do give a lot of props to fasting because me fasting every week is taking out. Like I had a huge depression. I didn't want to leave my bed. That was so bad, right? And I wake up and like the only thing that made me want to wake up at times was like, oh yeah, I can smoke, so feel a little bit better. But now it's like, I just don't feel as bad. I don't feel that huge depression that I used to feel, and like it can be through fasting, but at the same time, it was definitely there, especially the day after I stopped smoking. The day after I stopped smoking, I filmed a video that was literally I cry in tears, man. And y'all know I don't usually cry. Uh, and you know, I'm feeling fine. I genuinely feeling fine. Not that I'm feeling like great. There's things I wanted to do in life and places that I would like to be, but I don't feel the depressive state that I was feeling when I was consuming. So that's like very enlightening to me how smoking, made me more depressed. And a lot of people say it messed up with the dopamine system. And yeah, like my mood is I feel way more in peace. I do feel way more in peace. And I do believe it's not only smoking, either weed or CBD, but anything. When you fuck up your lungs, man, your lungs is very, very related to your well-being. Like that's very real. And another advantage is I'm not open or up to conversations or being social. And I'm finally being putting myself into risk. I'm taking like surf classes. I'm talking with girls that I don't know, man, that I find attractive. Like I'm just being it's like I'm getting out of the cave, you know what I mean? So this is my advantage and disadvantage. I hope it help you to, if you are trying to, or if you want to experiment, stop smoking on a regular basis, like me. And I just want to keep it 100% real because I do feel a lot of people either will only come with like the cons or only come with the pros, and that's just not realistic. I want to be realistic to y'all and show all the parts on it, so y'all know that I'm genuine and that this is real. Hope it was helpful, enlightening to y'all, and maybe even spark some truth that you needed to hear, just like it sparked some truth to me when this other guy told me. He didn't told me, he was talking with the person when I was there in the conversation, that, what if smoking causes more anxiety? Have you ever tried stopping for 10 days? And it did spark on me this, maybe it's true, and it is true, you know. And yeah, that's it, guys. Hope it was helpful. As always, see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And tomorrow we're gonna train biceps, back, and shoulders. Let's go.